Guys, wasn't expecting to do this video today, but here I am recording other stuff, and lo and behold, Amber uploads. And the title alludes to a lot of things, and it's no surprise. Titled, "What Happened with My Ex and Semaglutide Isn't Working Anymore." I mean, I can't wait to watch this absolute shit show. I can't. We all knew this was coming. We all knew she would quit. We just didn't know when. We knew she would have some sort of excuse, be it the doctor took her off of it because of her gallbladder, or it was making me so lethargic and tired, or I was too sick, or yada, yada, yada. Well, clearly, okay, now apparently Amber is one of the only people on the planet that semaglutide isn't working for, even though it was working at the lowest dose. She claimed how miracle it was. But now suddenly, when she increases the dose, it's miraculously not working anymore, which translates to it's actually working and doing its job, and she can't eat it as much as she wants. And when she does eat, she doesn't enjoy it. So yeah, it's time to blow this pop stand and end this arc. So let's get into this. Reading through the comments, people are really not happy for a lot of reasons. And like I said, she can only do this so often. Her, like, so many more times. Her biggest what gets her the views the most still, the views she has left, is her, not even her health so much, but is her diet and weight loss. And she can only recycle through doing the same thing over and over so many times before people are just going to say, you're going to blow it, you're going to give up, you're going to quit after a day, you're not going to do it right, and we're not going to watch. You know, this is already the second Ozempic arc. She didn't stick to it more than 5 or 6 or 7 weeks either time. She's already done the weight loss surgery arc 2 or 3 times. She's done Weight Watchers too many times to count. Jenny Craig too many times to count. Calorie counting endless times. It's like how many, inpatient was a joke, because she admitted months and months and months later that she wanted to quit after the first visit. And I think she did, with the exception of just talking to the therapist a little bit. And it was a haze program anyways, which is a joke, because somebody like Amber does not need to be reassured that her obesity and her eating is not a problem. So anyways, let's get into this. If you hear noise in the background, that's Frodo doing his thing. My partner is home, and the kid has a friend over, and he'll be running in and out possibly. So such is life in this crazy house. But let's get into it. She sped up for time. If I have to slow her down, I will. If I feel like she's annoying me and I want to fast forward through anything, I will link her full video down below. I see she's wearing her hideous extra large Betsy Johnson shirt. I don't like this. I just recorded a video on Amber's last video and uploaded it this morning, so I am already short fused with her. So my apologies in advance if I show some extra snark.
A new vlog. It is currently June 28th. So I just got back from the package room. I had this massive package in there because I got a new cat scratcher. I also got
She's still even just her turning and taking a couple steps to put that box on the counter, the shuffling, the waddling, the trouble she has with her mobility should terrify her. It blows my mind.
Cat scratcher. I also got new shampoo and conditioner. A lot of people have been recommending this brand right here, Redken. So I'm excited to try it.
Amber, nothing is going to help your hair ultimately if you don't get your diet in check and you start losing weight, because fat is very hormonally active and your hormones are out of whack, and you're starting to get the early stages of what ultimately happened to Foodie Beauty, and you're gonna end up with like male pattern baldness. Do you want to look like that? Is that how you want to look? And your diet is so overabundant in calories, but under what is the word I'm looking for? It lacks, it's so lacking in nutrients that you're just, your diet is garbage. And until you lose some weight and get your hormones under control and start nourishing your body, all the shampoo in the world, the best shampoo in the world, might help it a little bit, but it's not going to help it in the long run because it's going to continue to break off and get dry and brittle and fall out. And you know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lost cause. It's like talking to a brick wall at this point, right?
Kind of pricey. So I got the shampoo and conditioner, but I also
Don't
got.
you complain about price. She has the balls to complain about price for shampoo and stuff, but she will spend $35 to DoorDash a freaking like latte and two cake pops. You know what I mean? Priorities, guys, priorities.
The All Soft Moisture Restore. So it's the leave-in treatment. This is good for like dry and brittle hair.
You know what's good for moisture and dry and brittle hair, Amber? Water.
And hair that has been fried way too much. And then this is the cat tree I got. I like to get the new ones. So I'll put this together probably in a different vlog because I am a little busy today. So I'm excited to show you guys what that looks like once it's all put together. And then last but not least, I did keep this cute little purse, okay? I've just really been enjoying like small cute purses. And
Amber, I'm sorry. Listen, I apologize ahead of time if I insult anybody's taste. Because I readily admit, I like tacky stuff. I like a lot of stuff that's nice, but I also like a lot of stuff that's tacky. This lip purse is absolutely hideous. I mean, it is hideous. And it simultaneously couldn't go any better with any outfit than it could the shirt she's wearing right now.
And these are like pink lips.
No, kidding, Amber. Amber, we're not stupid like you think. We know that. That thing is hideous. I'm so sorry. That's Jesus.
It's just adorable.
I don't want
but
to see
thankfully
that.
it does
No,
come
it's
with a
not.
strap.
And it's not. And you didn't need it, Amber. You just complained about money. How much good higher quality shampoo from Redken cost. But you spent more than $2 on this monstrosity.
On the inside, it is in a knot. So I'm gonna try getting that
She's
out.
really trying to rock the chains, like the chain on the purse, because you know she's like a cool edgy girl. Yeah, right, Amber, you're a lot of things. Edgy is not one of them.
All right, that wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna unhook them and then hook it onto here.
Her dexterity issues are really concerning. They're getting worse.
Hook number 1 and hook number 2.
It's
this was
better
honestly
than Foodies though.
so cheap. They also had a red one and
Yeah, I can see why it's cheap, Amber.
a light pink one.
Jesus, Amber, that barely fits around you. Get your life together. Thank you for the thumbnail. So many thumbnail choices. And again, right here, like I said, every video, perfect example. She's at a side angle. The filters can't really filter and slim at this angle. Just look at how big she looks. This woman, I'm sorry, is every bit of 540 pounds, 550, somewhere around there. I'd say between 530 and 550.
Yeah.
She just won't admit it because she needs to try to hook a new girlfriend. And, well, she can't do that if she's not changing her life, because her lifestyle and being around her is not desirable. Clearly, it's been a year and she hasn't found a new girlfriend yet.
Go back to where I said this is so cheap. This was honestly so cheap. She already broke. This was honestly so cheap. That is so frustrating because it's so cute. I mean, I get it because this...
Amber, that did you a favor, because hopefully that thing doesn't need to see the light of day.
This chain here does not feel the greatest.
Well, Amber,
this was honestly so cheap. I'm gonna go see if...
It's cheap. What do you expect? You tried to like sling it over your like width, and it's not a very long chain. I'm sorry, but that's a big task, and you stretch it and put pressure on it. It didn't stand a chance.
If I have like another chain from a different purse, I'll be right back. Okay, I want to make it very obvious that this purse was $7.99, so it was like $8. This was honestly so cheap, but I did have this little strap here, just an extra one that I had. So the purse is cute. Like it is.
Amber, that thing is so ugly, and you clearly don't look like you've lost any weight. Her shoulders look a little slimmer and stuff in her face right here because she's got the slimming filters on, and in certain angles and when she's moving, you can see a little bit of the blur from it. But the filters can't do anything with a large part of her body or when she's turned to the side because they're not made. They're made to, I'm not trying to be a dick, but they are made to kind of slim and filter a general human shape. And she doesn't have that anymore. So the filter just, it fails because it doesn't know what to do.
So I'm not too mad about it. Like, it's worth the $8 for sure, even though it broke. This was honestly so cheap, but honestly,
Amber,
I'm not
you don't have to keep putting that freaking clip in 20 freaking times. We get it.
to please. I'm very much one of them girly pops that tries to
pad out the video for those views.
No, bro. This was honestly so cheap, but honestly, I'm not hard to please. I'm very much one of them girly pops that tries to find the positive in everything.
You're one of the most negative people ever. You talk about how positive you are, but you are one of the most negative people. Your whole aura and energy and attitude just reeks of narcissism and arrogance, and you think you're better than everyone, and negativity.
And the positive is I have a cute pink lip purse, and that's that. So
because it has to do with you and you being happy and getting what you want, and that's why you're happy, because that's all that matters.
A little bit of a Semaglutide update. I don't know what's going on, but it literally hasn't been working. I actually contacted the med spa because
so it was working perfectly, guys. She talked about, remind me, so I'm making sure I'm not crazy. She talked about how she had no food noise and how it was doing its thing and she just couldn't eat that much, even though she was. And all of these things, right, at the starting dose. Suddenly, when she increases the dose, doubles the dose, suddenly it's just not working at all. It's not doing its thing. Does she realize how absolutely moronic that sounds? No, what it sounds like is it's absolutely working. It's doing what it's supposed to do, and she hates it. And we knew as soon as it really, really started hindering her ability to eat, or it took away that food pleasure, that she would bail. And she only made it to the second dosage level. No wherewithal in this woman. No ability to power through. No self-control. No desire to better herself in the least.
That was massively worrying me, and I was like, what should I do? And they told me to take another beginning dose and then to take another beginning dose in a few days. And something about that, I have anxiety when it comes to medicines and stuff. I'm sure a lot of you know that. I just get really anxious with stuff like that. And it's when I increased my dose this last Saturday, I felt so sick, the whole Sunday. It was really bad.
We knew that was, you're setting up this exact thing that happened now, Amber. Isn't that a little ironic that that's what people said? And that's what happened.
We're not going to go into detail, but
oh my God, she even has those little gems on her ear. You're so silly, Amber. Like I said, I do that and stuff when I'm streaming and I'm putting on a little cosplay, but this is a grown woman going about her life.
There's a lot of TMI, so just imagine. So I was expecting the rest of the week, for me to feel a little bit better, but to not have my appetite and stuff. But I've just been so hungry, and I'm just what?
I don't believe that, Amber. You can't tell me that it was working and doing so well for you, and then you double the dose, which means you should be getting the full power of it all over again. And suddenly it's not working at all. It's like you injected water. Do you understand how medically that does not make sense? And also, do you understand medically how it's just ironic that we said you'd make an excuse and you happen to be one person out of probably 250, 300,000 that it doesn't work for? Isn't that ironic, guys, that Amber, who fails at weight loss all the time because she doesn't want to give up a food, just happens to be the person that semaglutide isn't working for when you increase the dose? It even worked for Anna O'Brien. She lost 60 or 70 pounds. She said 100. I don't believe it. And she's almost your size, not quite. She lost, I'd say, respectively 60 or 70 pounds. Amber, you weigh more than her, and you didn't even break 15 or 20. It stopped working for Anna because she maxed out on the dose and she didn't change her eating. This is so frustrating. I said at the beginning, along with so many people, that this was a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Giving her this medicine, which is generally in short supply to begin with, was a waste of a resource on Amber because she was going to do exactly this. She's a waste of medical resources. I'm sorry.
So by taking even more, I was afraid that like I was going to have those TMI symptoms again and that I was going to feel super sick. And like, I don't know.
It don't matter, Amber. You should feel super sick. Pardon my language, but you should want to feel nauseous and stuff. You need to suck it up and deal with shit and to where you can't eat. Or you can eat very little. Because at this point, the symptoms, dealing with those, that's less problematic and healthier for you than staying at damn near 600 pounds. She just truly, because she skirted all the major issues after that cancer, and that was a fairly treatable cancer she had, because nothing major has come down the pipeline yet, she truly thinks she's immune to any of the massive major complications from being her size. And she's going to F around and find out. She's going to find out the hard way. And then she's going to be like Foodie and cry and want pity. And we're not going to have any of it.
I'm really getting into my head right now. And it's like, I told myself I was going to be super transparent on this journey. But currently semaglutide is not working for me. And I don't know what's going on. I have had the syringes for weeks now. So I don't know if like pre-filled syringes, like they lose like potency.
Amber, no, they don't. I'm telling you, as a medical care provider, I used to give medications. They don't lose potency after 5 or 6 weeks. They would, if your semaglutide was very close to going out of date, and even then, even after a medicine's expired, it may lose some of its potency as time goes by, but it would still work. But if it was getting close to being out of date, they would have instructed you to take those ones first so that they didn't go out of date on you. So no, your medicine did not lose potency after just like 4 or 5 or 6 weeks in the refrigerator. I just don't see that happening
as time goes on. But either way, I do need to buy a new vial soon. So maybe when I buy a new vial, like it'll start working again.
So you're going to buy a new vial soon, but in the meantime, it's not working, guys. So she's going to gain weight and have an excuse as to why she gained weight, because her medicine wasn't working. She couldn't try to suck it up and show some self-control. In the meantime, no, she absolutely had to eat and gain the weight, guys. She's fully depending on this medicine to do everything for her. That's why Anna failed. That's why Amber will fail. That's why people like them will fail, because once the medicine doesn't do all the work, they're not changing anything, so they're only going to get very, very limited benefits out of it.
I am just like so hungry all the time, and I'm just like, damn.
Deal with it, Amber. I'm hungry most of the time. I have to diet on a fairly low calories. It is what it is. People deal with hunger all the time when they're losing weight. People deal with hunger all the time in parts of the world because they don't have food. They don't have food to maintain their children's body weights, let alone become the size of their couch. So you can deal with being a little bit hungry, girl. I'm sorry. What a selfish bitch.
So I don't really know. I don't really know the next steps, what to do, and it is a little frustrating.
Suck it up. Go for a walk. Deal with it. Drink some water. Eat some chicken. Something like that.
Because I was just feeling so good, but
deal with having some self-freaking control, Amber. Deal with it. You know, I'm worried about the side effects. I'm still taking my supplements, but sometimes I've thought, because I have to eat for now, a fairly low calorie count, it sucks. I'm hungry. It's hard. I've considered talking to my doctor or talking to someone about possibly getting on Ozempic or Wegovy or Semaglutide. But guess what? My insurance won't cover it because I'm not technically pre-diabetic or anything like that. So I would have to pay out of pocket all this money that I just don't have, or that I just don't want to spend on myself, because my kid's going to need all new school clothes. We need some stuff for the house. Frodo needs to go to the vet. My son's getting braces. That's going to be like $200 or $300 a month, because we're almost positive his insurance isn't going to cover them. So I would like to get on semaglutide to see if it would help me at least drop 30 or 40 pounds, because I am struggling, because I am so metabolically and hormonally challenged, and being in such a strict calorie deficit, it sucks. But I just don't have money thrown at me coming out my ears like old Amber does here. She has the money, has the medicine, and is not making the most out of it. It's just fucking annoying. Pardon my language. It is fucking annoying.
It is a little frustrating because I was just feeling so good, but week 5 and 6 has just been horrendous.
I don't think you are really feeling that good, Amber, because looking at your face, you still look as bloated as you have the whole year.
And that's just me being honest. Y'all, my apartment complex is literally the...
Oh boy, yeah, that was so hard. Oh, I'm so sad. All this stuff. And then, oh yay, guys, I have stuff. And boy, sadness is done. She's a joke, Amber. You're just a big old joke.
Cutest. So I just came back in from walking Twinkie, and
yeah, sure you did.
Depending on which way I decide to walk her, sometimes I'll go in through the lobby and sometimes I won't, but I came back in through the lobby.
So what? So you mean you turn to the right and let her walk on her leash, or turn to the left and let her walk on her leash that way? You know this bitch isn't walking that dog.
I have these Pride gift bags. So let's do a haul.
Amber, you are so hard up for content. This is not a freaking haul. I'm skipping through this shit. I'm sorry.
Unboxing. Actually, it's Breakup. Honestly, people, I'm just obsessed, and I'm totally gonna wear this.
You're obsessed with everything, Amber. Oh yeah. I can't do anything about my weight, and my medicine's not working. Let's look at my little pantry full of 90% shit I shouldn't even be eating. Pasta, protein bars that she doesn't need, protein snacks that she doesn't need, corn puffs, protein potato chips, which are those chicken chips, protein quote cereal, aka sugary cereal, pasta. She doesn't need any of this shit.
Crazy. So I have had some questions about these. This pack actually only comes with 4 bags. It is a little pricey, and the calories is 210, but I literally don't even feel pricey.
What?
And
so
the calories is 210.
Okay, wow. So when I did the video earlier today reacting to this, it said that they were the whole bag equaled 300. So these bags must be a different size than the ones I looked at, but they're still not good.
But I literally don't even finish a bag at once.
There's no way, Amber. I'm sorry. There's no way. That little bag, you take a few dainty little bites and oh my God, I couldn't possibly. There's just no way, Amber. You're not fooling anybody. Can you at least make your lies believable at this point? Gosh.
I don't even eat the whole bag. I
Sure
probably eat half at a time.
Sure you don't.
But anyways, All right, so I just wanted to show you guys the before. All right, here is after. Looks so much better.
Yay, so now you have all your crap and it's just organized. What are those little treats in there? Those dog treats. She probably eats those too. You don't need those mashed potatoes. She just don't need any of this stuff. Okay, you did a good job. You chocolate clusters. Like, Amber, you don't need any of this garbage. Do you see what I mean? Like, oh, I'm taking this medicine, but she will do nothing to actually make any real changes and try to do some of the work herself. This is why this medicine would ultimately fail her. It's why it failed Anna. It's a freaking joke. It's a waste.
More organized, obviously. So up here I have dog treats, some oatmeal. This is just like a ramen.
You don't need oatmeal, and you certainly don't need ramen, Amber. I thought you were cutting down your carbs.
Thing that I got from Target, mashed potatoes, pasta, rice,
mashed potatoes, cereal, chocolates. This is all she doesn't need this shit. So, like, you want to know Amber's dedication to her weight loss and her health? Look in this cupboard. It says it all. It really does.
Down here, protein cereal, just some like canned.
It doesn't matter if it's protein cereal, Amber. It's highly processed, super sugary freaking cereal. It's cereal at the end of the day. That's all it is.
Stuff, protein bars, Luna bars.
Why do you need those, Amber? I eat one a few days a week as like it counts as a meal for me. It's sweet, so I have it at the end of the day. But I factor it into my calories and my carbs, and I have it not as a snack, it's a meal. It's one of my 2 meals. And it's delicious and I like it, but I can use it as a meal. She won't. She'll eat 2 or 3 at a time, or she'll eat this on top of the other 2,900, 3,000 calories she's had the day. You know what I mean? It's just, again, they serve a purpose. They serve a time and place, not for Amber. They're sweet. She likes the flavor. And mine are good. I like them. They're big. They're the Gatorade ones, the caramel ones. But like, I have to be like, oh boy, they are good. I almost could eat another one. But you know what? I take my time. I eat it slow. I let it sink in. I eat my one. And then it's like, I don't care how good it is. No more. I can't have another one. Amber does not have that self-control, and she will allow herself to have 2 or 3 and go, oh, well, it's okay because it's healthy, because it's protein. You know what I mean? She's not in a mindset where things like this will work for her.
When I'm craving something,
you need to say no to your cravings, Amber. You need to say no to your cravings. This is just elevated candy.
I like to have these keto thingies.
And there's no way you only eat one of them, Amber.
The chicken chips, and then some white cheddar rice cakes, which are delish.
Pasta, or not pasta, carbs, sugar, carbs. Yeah. Skipping past it. I'm so sick of her looking and being smug and doing the duck lips in the camera like she is some hot shit. You know what, Amber? You can do that when you've lost 150, 200 pounds. Then show us what hot shit you are. Hi, Mama Lynn.
16. G50.
Yeah, you look at her. She's not lost any weight.
The next day, talk to y'all. From June 29th. I'm not vlogging today, but I do want to like talk to y'all. So I'm just gonna like set you guys down like so. So I want you guys to know that I am okay. The video about my breakup did go up yesterday, and
we know you're okay, Amber, because she couldn't have been real. Because you weren't absolutely wrecked. You were just like, boo, we broke up, I'm moving on. Yay, guys, look at this haul. And we know you blubber like an idiot and fall absolutely to pieces. So I think you may have been talking to someone, but I don't think it was really serious. Or you're just becoming a better actor in the sense that you're hiding it, but nobody cares about this dumbass internet girlfriend.
And I'm getting a lot of DMs, and
I'm
not. Good.
No, you're not, Amber. No, you're not.
I've had a lot of people say, just spill the tea, because we don't know Valentine's real name. We know nothing about Valentine. And
yeah, and that's why actually nobody wants to hear anything, Amber. You give fake names for the past 2.5 years, 3 years now for your girlfriends. We don't know them. We don't know anything about them. We don't know what they look like, what they do, who they are. We don't, we couldn't care less.
That is very true. In my last serious relationship, it was with Feline, and
Jade. It was with Jade Francis.
you guys know a little bit more of her because she would talk
You doxed her, and we figured it out.
in my videos. You'd see her hands, her legs, body parts. So there was a little bit more like personal to
And that was really insulting, Amber, to not actually just put her on camera.
personal with you guys in that regard. So that's why I didn't
We hated her, Amber.
really share much, like the real true deep stuff, like after the breakup. So people were like, just go for it. Just talk about it. You don't know Valentine. We never will know Valentine. So I think I'm just going to answer some like really hot questions, ones that people have been asking or are asking, and ones that I just see a lot of. So a real big one is, how did you guys meet? Did you guys meet in person? So she actually messaged me on Instagram back in
What a shock. What an absolute shock. And no, they didn't meet in person. I don't care what she says. She didn't meet her in person.
September, and we always had like a flirty thing. We always had crushes on each other, and then
That's really gross. I'm sorry. What kind of freaking degenerate has a crush on you, Amber, after your history is so readily out there and your diet and your health and your body and your lifestyle is just so horrendous? I'm sorry. What kind of menace to society wants to be with you? You probably dodged a bullet, Amber, and she certainly did.
until I would say December, January, where my feelings started to get super deep while hers was already there. It took me a hot minute to get to that point, and then it was February 15th.
No, it didn't, Amber. You were in deep and ready to move her in and marry her after probably about 2.2 hours.
To be exact, she asked to be my girlfriend, and no, we never met in person, but we
Okay.
would video call every single day. So I knew like she wasn't a catfish, and I believed everything she told me. I knew that she loved me a lot, but there was a lot of things that she did lie to me about. This is
Story time real quick, guys. I'm not going to totally get on Amber for the internet thing. Okay. Me and channel guy Joe, we were a long distance relationship. We met online through a mutual friend. We spent many hours talking on the phone, texting. We were friends for a while first. We hung out a lot in a video game virtual world type thing. We all spent a lot of time together, and we talked and I liked him and he liked me and stuff. But guess what? He flew his ass up here from Florida to Pennsylvania to meet me. Once I felt comfortable, once I felt that I was ready to, we were possibly ready to take that next step to say, yes, we truly are committed, and to let him meet my son during that, like not right away, but during that trip, he met my son to see how he felt about him, and more importantly, to see how my son felt about Joe. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much I like somebody, if my kid's not good with them or there's issues with the kid, then it don't work. I'm sorry, you're out. Because if my kid's not good with you, I'm sorry, I'm not good with you. But that was good and stuff. And then we did decide to really commit, and he decided, and he said right away, he said, you have a life up there. I don't really have anything tying me down here in Florida. Your son has school. He has his grandparents, all this and that. I would never ask you to come down here. And he always said, I will move up there, so that we didn't have to uproot our life while my son was still young. So then, and I went down there. And I met his family, I met his friends, and saw where he lived and everything. And then, about 2 years into it, something, I flew down there and went down there, and we, hung out and stuff like that. And, I rode back, he made the plans to move up here, and I flew down there to drive up here with him. So, to help him finish getting packed up and stuff. So we did have a long distance relationship, but we had met, and I had known somebody who was really good friends with him. That's how I met him. So I had a better idea of who he was, but we never would have gone anywhere or done anything had we not actually met and spent time together in person for weeks at a time, and like almost in a living situation, seeing how we were. Amber didn't do that. She'd never do that. If the girl came to visit, she would have absolutely, Amber, it would have been just a move-in thing. And Amber also lacks the ability, I mean, and some people might think I'm a jerk for this. I think she really lacks the ability to actually feel legitimate, true love for anybody but herself and food. She loves herself more than anything, loves her food, loves her things, what she wants. She doesn't love people. She loves what they can do for her. She loves, oh, they can tell me I'm pretty and worship me and make me look like I'm desired and drive me around and carry my groceries in for me and do my chores for me and walk the dog. She loves what people can do for her. She doesn't love people. So I don't feel like she has any deep, meaningful connections to anyone. When she cries over these breakups, she cries because she's mad because she's losing her chauffeur and the person to bully and push around and do what she wants, and it bruises her ego. How dare somebody break up with the amazing Amberlynn Reid? So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments about your opinion. And have you ever had a long distance relationship before? They can definitely work out, but it has to be a certain situation. You know what I mean? It has to be the right person, right time, all that.
Where it's like, I mainly don't want to share these things because I'm embarrassed that I had someone who loved me that hard but would lie to me and betray me and do the
Then she didn't love you that hard, Amber. She didn't love you that hard. Sorry, girl.
things they did to me. Like, I just feel embarrassed to even admit it. So it's like, I don't even want to go there. But let's just say, like, she hurt me pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. And the crazy part about
Amber, and consider yourself lucky, okay? Because of your lack of emotion and ability to feel that love and that depth for people, you truly don't know what hurt is. You don't know what hurting and experiencing a loss really is. I don't think she truly knows that. I do. A lot of people do. So many people in my audience and her audience, they know, they have dealt with legitimate loss. I don't think she knows and understands that at all. Not to a major degree.
this whole thing is that she was actually moving in with me August 1st. I know that's crazy.
No,
and I know
she wasn't, Amber. No, she wasn't. Quit.
still like a chunk of you who was like, Valentine wasn't even real. Valentine.
Okay, really? Where was she from then, Amber? Where did she live? We don't know her. She's not going to be around. You're not going to dox her. At least tell us where she's from. Where did she live at least? What state? What area? What did she do?
Was very real. All of my closest friends knew about her. My mom.
Oh, so your mom? Amber, you don't have closest friends. Get the hell over it.
Had spoken to her. Like, Valentine was very, very real, and we were going to be living together. A lot of betrayal happened. She got super distant, and I knew what I deserved in my life. And
what do you deserve in your life, Amber? I'm not trying to be mean, but what do you do for people and others in your life, and for just in general? What do you contribute and do for people to make it to where you deserve all of this stuff, the best stuff, the deepest love, the most commitment, the most loyalty? What do? You don't contribute anything to anybody but yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it.
What I wanted in a partner, and I knew that, like, that was not it.
A driver's license. Yeah, that's what it is.
So I broke up with her. It wasn't a situation
No,
where she,
you
like,
didn't, Amber. She got distant. She found somebody else and she broke up with you. Get over it. That's how it really went down. Amber, one thing, well, there's a few things, okay, that are certain in life. One of them is that you will never dump a girl, and you will always be the dumpy, not the dumper. So, good job, Valentine, for dumping our girl right around 4th of July, just like Jade did.
Beg me not to do it or whatever, because I think at that point, like, she knew I deserved better. And
Didn't.
I deserved more. Knew I deserved.
She doesn't know you deserve, Amber. She knows, hey, this girl's not losing weight. She's not changing anything. This is why Jade left. This is why all the other girlfriends left her. Yeah, I'm not about it. I'm out. And she knows that you would have only been a burden. You would have been a lot of work. You would have not kept any of the promises. I'm sure you offered, up that you wouldn't keep them. And she realized, I'm getting out before I am like in and stuck.
Deserve someone who like didn't lie, cheat, betray, etc.
Amber, you lie. You cheat, you betray, you manipulate, you do all of these things. Why do you deserve somebody who does none of that when you always do stuff like that? Like, look at how smug she looks too. She's like so serious. She believes this. And she absolutely reaps what she sows. Let's put it that way.
Etc. Like, it was really hard, but like looking back now, I don't regret being with her. I don't regret the time we shared together, but I do regret giving my all to someone.
Amber, you can't give your, oh my God, you can't give your all to somebody when all you're doing is talking on the phone and texting. I couldn't give my all to my partner. He couldn't give his all to me until we were actually here and living together and doing the thing. You don't give your all to anybody except Amberlynn Reid. You only give your all to yourself because you are an inherently selfish creature. And in a way, all of us are to some degree, right? But some of us can also be selfless, and Amber can't. So this her talk about relationships and love and what she deserves, it triggers me and gets me going so badly because she's just so full of shit.
Who only gave me like half of themselves, and I don't ever.
Well, what were you gonna do, Amber? I'm sorry, I keep stopping. What were you gonna do? Were you gonna take care of her when she was sick? Were you gonna pay for everything? Were you gonna drive her to the store or someplace when she didn't feel like doing it? You can't do anything. You can barely walk at this point. You can't wipe your own butt. You can't commit like perform any like romantic intimate activities, because of your size. You won't quit eating. And you won't be able to go anywhere, go on vacation, go do things, go experience life. You won't put any effort into your channel to like try to make some more money. You're a burden. You're a burden. You are a job. You're a job, not a partner, not a girlfriend. You're a duty.
Or want to put myself in a situation like that again, and I'm not.
Your best bet than Amber's to stay single, because you are nothing but grief to whoever you date, and you need to get your own shit together. I mean, you really do.
Not going to. Like, she was very, very special to me and someone that I really did love, and
you don't know love, Amber. You don't know real love. I'm sorry, and you could say I'm a jerk for thinking that. I don't think she knows true love. Amber only loves herself and food and what people can do for her. She doesn't actually love the person. She's never in love with somebody.
It just sucks that sometimes like loving someone is just not enough. And
Amber, you say that every time with wifey. Oh, sometimes love just isn't enough. Oh, Becky, sometimes just love it. I mean, God, like, you should have that tattooed across your freaking forehead.
Yeah.
Sometimes love just isn't enough, but freaking, Trader Joe's junk food and Chinese buffet is. Was that a low blow? Am I being a jerk at this point? I'm very jaded right now.
And I was no longer going to make myself small by begging to be.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was just sitting there. I'm so jaded. I'm just sitting here like, if you could see my face, I'm just like, I probably look like I smell an onion and stuff. And then she just like, I'm just so angry and bitter right now. And she's like, I'm no longer going to make myself small. And I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm just cracking up. Oh, Amber, you're funniest when you don't mean to be funny. You can do a lot of things, girl. Making yourself small isn't one of them, and it should be a priority. You should try to make yourself smaller, Amber. Don't throw those one-liners like that out there unannounced, because I was almost taking a drink of hot coffee and that might have been painful.
One is just not enough, and I was no longer going to make myself small by begging to be treated correctly. I wasn't going to do that, and I know that she has her issues and problems and a whole other life. She was
Because why? Who? I mean, I'm sorry. Nobody that's a good, decent, well-rounded individual with good mental health and their shit together is going to want to hook up with this individual right here that we're looking at.
really living two separate lives. Like, I don't want to go into detail because it really is just a lot and it's like heavy. I don't want to spill all the tea, but I am.
Amber, the jokes are writing themselves. Small, heavy. Come on. Come on.
I'm giving you guys some drips, and I'm only doing it because it's almost like it feels like a weight is just like lifted off of my shoulders. And
Amber, she's doing this on purpose. She wants me to take the low-hanging fruit. There's no weight lifted off your shoulders, girl.
my chest. Plus, you guys don't know Valentine.
Or your chest, because you probably still have sleep apnea.
And you never will. It didn't work out. Like, it just didn't. This isn't heartbreak era. This is like universe wants Amberlynn happy and it's gonna happen era. Anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog.
Well, this was an interesting one. It was infuriating and frustrating, and at the end, it was quite comical, actually. So we ended on a fun note. Anyways, let me know in the comments. I need to know what you guys think of all this. It's crazy here. I'm definitely a little on the busy side, but even if I haven't gotten a chance to heart your comments or answer, respond yet, I do see them. I do check them out and read through them. So don't think I don't. And I love hearing what you guys say. I see so many people giving such good insights and advice and tips, and I learn so much stuff from you guys, and you talk amongst yourself. It's awesome. So please let me know what you think of these situations in this video in the comment section. I want to know what you think about the breakup, but more importantly, I want to know what you think about the whole semaglutide and it suddenly not working, and is she gonna quit? Like, I want to know what you think about that situation. So leave that in the comments, and let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, do our YouTube stuff, do the little YouTube shuffle, and I will see you in the next video. So I'll get this edited out and on to the next one.